trucks all over New York City today to bring you some of the finest and the bravest men around. Don't you love men in uniform like those firemen? I even tried to jump on a truck thinking I'd find a man for you. Well, I found a bunch of firemen for you, brought him here today. So hold on to your helmets. We've got a 5-alarm Rolonda show today. Yes! Thank you, darling. I am surrounded right now by a bunch of my girlfriends, all of them obsessed with firemen. Just what is the... Yeah! Just what is the mystique about those kitten-saving, axe-toting, grimy-faced hunks like he-men that set women's hearts on fire? Well, before it gets any hotter in the studio here, ladies, let's start our engines. Time to play a little Light My Fire, the game where women get to pick the fireman of their dreams. Let's meet our hotshot bachelor firemen. Are you ready, ladies? Let's go! And I go to the window, I sure hope one of you is standing there. In Miami, he's known as Mr. June because this pinup guy appears under that month in the popular South Florida Firefighters calendar. His hobbies are offshore boat racing and bodybuilding. Please welcome Charlie Barbera. Our next pinup is Mr. August. Hot month. His hobbies are riding and racing motorcycles and, of course, working out. Please welcome James Eli. Show, we're going to tell you how you can order these popular firefighter calendars we're talking about. So go get your pens and your pencils ready, lady. Get your purse. I know you brought one here. And finally, we went to nearby Yonkers, New York to find one of the hottest firemen in New York City. His hobby is photographing celebrities. Please welcome Anthony Savignano. Game. Let's meet our first contestant, who is probably living the life of many a woman would love to dream in this nation. She's our first contestant. She called our show to tell us that she's so obsessed with firemen, she calls in sick to work every St. Patrick's Day, just so she can gawk at the firemen in the St. Patrick's Day parade. Oh, aren't you something?
It's true.
It's true. Well, please meet our first contestant, Kitra Coomer. I wish you could see what's on the other side of this wall.
I wish I could too.
What would you say, lady? Before you start firing out your questions here, what is it? I mean, what is it that makes you so obsessed with firemen like the rest of us?
Because they can get dirty and they can save your life at the same time.
Woo! Start asking your questions. This is like the old dating game, but we're going to call it Light My Fire, baby. So go on. Strike up a conversation.
Okay, hello, bachelors. Firemen.
Hello. Hello.
They're all mute. Firemen, hello.
Hello.
All right, let's start right out. Fireman number 1. If you heard me shouting fire from my window, how fast would it take you to respond?
It depends if you were crying wolf or not, and if you were, I'd probably come up and not put your fire out right away, probably fuel it a little bit with some passion.
Okay, thanks. Fireman number 2. I would wear a skin-tight black catsuit on our first date. What would you wear?
Well, if you had on a black catsuit, it probably wouldn't make any difference what I would be wearing. Everybody would be looking at you. But as you know, firemen, but of course, that's what we do. We save cats. We do save cats.
Okay. Fireman number 3. I'm turned on by firemen's virile and muscular bodies. What turns you on about women who are turned on by firemen?
I guess the same mutual interest in fire and heat.
Ooh.
You have to make a decision.
Already?
Which fireman lit your fire will be taking you up the ladder of your dreams? Which one? Did you make a decision?
Number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
She chose number 3. Before you meet the other fireman. Fireman number 1, come on up here. Fireman number 2.
Are you enjoying this episode of Rolonda? If so, please hit the subscribe button and let me know. Leave your comments and also follow me in other forms of social media at Rolonda Watts. Remember, that's ROLONDA, Rolonda Watts on all forms of social media. And if you're interested in voice acting, my goodness, let me help you. This is a new year coming. It could be a new you, a new career. Check out my voice acting masterclass at Rolonda.com, ROLONDA.com, and I'll tell you all about it. Let's get back to the show.
She has a warning for her ex's new girlfriend.
And he still wants me, so.
No, I don't think so.
Don't miss Rolonda. TV now, y'all. Let her go. No, it was so funny. When we went to break before, this lady was so funny. What did you say?
I said, I need Jesus.
And a lady up here said, help, I need some water. Bring out those hoses. Anyway, welcome back to this blaze of glory, folks. We are simply obsessed with firemen. All my girlfriends here in the studio today on Rolonda. Okay, let's continue playing with our men in uniform. Another game of Light My Fire underway. Introducing our next 3 sizzling fighting hunks. Well, here we go. Too much. All right, in the Houston Firefighters calendar, he's known as Mr. March. His hobbies are hot rods and weightlifting. Please welcome Dwayne Heffley. Our next hunka burning love is Mr. March from the South Florida Firefighters calendar. Now, wait a minute, girlfriends, listen to this. His idea of a good date is cooking some Italian food for his lady friend. Please welcome Greg Beckler. And here's the guy who made it to the cover of the Houston Firefighters calendar. He loves what? What did you just say? Or anything else outdoors. This is Don Alexander. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. Our next contestant has a big complaint about the beaches near her home. She says she's the only one who wears a thong. It's a heated issue, but it's an issue a fireman can take. He can take the heat. Please welcome Sonia McDaniel. Now, Sonia, what is it you like so much about firemen? Why do they give you so much heat?
Oh, I just love that uniform. Just that masculine, you know. Just
well,
that.
get right to it. Ask your questions, girlfriend.
Okay, fireman number 1. I like to wear sexy underwear around my home. If you were rescuing me from a fire there, would you cover me up before you brought me to safety?
I'd probably be a good guy and cover you up, but it'd matter on 2 things. One, if how much time we had, and the other one, if you had some fireproof panties on.
Next.
Fireman number 2. You like cooking Italian food. I learned to speak Italian because I like the way it sounds when you talk dirty in Italian. How can we put our common interest to good use on our first date?
Well, I'd probably start by making a fresh pot of sauce and
Gravy.
with a little virgin olive oil in it. Then I'd probably light some candles, of course, and then the rest of the olive oil I'd warm it up and probably rub it on your lips and. Down your back, probably all the way to your toes.
Who wants to eat after that?
And as far as your Italian goes, I guess you could practice your dirty words with maybe Manja Greg. That might be a good.
Next fireman.
Fireman number 3. You like the outdoors. If I went camping with you, what's the one thing you would be certain not to forget?
Well, I'll tell you what, Sonia, one thing we would need was matches. 'Cause we wouldn't need it to start this fire.
Time's up. Sonia, which fireman kindles your flame?
Number 2.
Meet the other fireman. Dwayne, come on out and meet Sonia.
Oh my God!
From the Houston Fire Department. And there's also Don. Come on out, Don.
I messed up.
And here is the man that you chose. Fireman number 2. Come on out, Greg. So what do you think?
Oh my God! If I'd have seen him, I couldn't have chosen. I couldn't have chosen if I'd just seen him. No, I couldn't have.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't have.
And what do you think in there, Greg?
She's beautiful.
Yeah. Well, the firemen aren't the only people around here today who pose for the cameras. Many of the men watching today might remember Sonia McDonald. She's a pin-up girl herself when she was the Penthouse Pet of the Month in last May's issue. So, when we come back... When we come back, how much would our audience pay to spend a little time with a macho fireman? We're going to let the sparks fly as we auction a few off. All right, girl! Look at this woman. I want you to get a close-up look because in the break, she was busy putting on lipstick. Honey, she said if I'm in the front row, I'm going to wear fire engine red on these lips. You have your eye on one in particular?
Yes.
Which one?
Number 2.
Number 2. Woo! And you're not alone. What is it about these handsome hunk of heroes that make women just swoon and put on fire engine red lipstick? We've already gotten dates for 2 of our firefighters today. Now, wouldn't you want these 4 gentlemen to go out? You wouldn't want all these guys to go out alone tonight, would you? So what are we going to do? How are we going to dispense the riches? I say we have an auction. What do you think? The highest bidder is going to get a date. Let me tell you, your money is going to something even better than a date also, where all the money is going to go to the burn centers, injured children, and education programs associated with the fire departments all across America. So to help us, and that's a good cause, absolutely. We also want to tell you that those calendars that our fire hunks are in, all that money also goes to help out burn centers and the rest. So get that pen and paper ready because we're going to tell you where you can get your own calendar. Just imagine 12 of them in your bedroom at one time. To help us make the sale is a professional auctioneer. Her name is Jill Darty. Come on over, Jill. Thanks for being with us. Thank you. So, go on and do your thing.
Showtime.
Come on, ladies.
Ladies, we're going to buy these gentlemen one at a time right now. Can we start with you?
Oh, God.
What was your name? Drop down here. Ladies, this is your opportunity. This is lot number 1, if you will. Okay, here we go. If you want to bid and you're not having enough fun, raise your hand. I guarantee we'll have a good time. Here we go, ladies. How many dollars on them? What do you want to pay? How much? $20 is bid. Wow. $20 bid now 30, go to 30, put them at $30. $30 bid now 40, go to 40. I'm at 30 to bid now 40, go to 40. $50 is bid. I'm at 60 now to 70, put them at 70, go to 70. Sure, why not? Sure, 70 bid. $70 bid now 75 to bid now 80. I'm at 75 to bid now 80, go to 80, put them at 80. 80 is bid, and now 85, put them at 85. 80, don't look at me, look at him. 80 bid, and now 85, put them at 85. 85 is bid, and now 90. Ladies, $90 now. $90 bid, 95. $100 now. Go 100, put them at 100. I need $100 now. 100 is bid, and now 110, put them at 110, we'll go to 110. Only 100 bid, and now 110, put them at 110, go to 110. 110 is bid, and 120. 110 bid now 120, but 120. 120 is bid. I'm at 120 bid now 130, go to 130. 120 to bid now 130, but 130. 130 now 130, all done at 120. Sold them. You're
Thank you.
Number 2.
Let me just point out that all of our... Go on. Move over. I'm going to take this.
ladies, raise your hand if you'd like to bid. Your opportunities for tonight. Ooh, I love it. $10 is bid, $20, $50, $60, $70 bid now, 80 bid on 80 bid now, 90 go to 90 bid now, 100. I'm a 90 bid now, 1 go to $100 is bid now, 110 bid on 110, 110 to bid now, 120. I'm a 110, 120 bid now, 130 and now 140 and now 150. 140 bid now, 150 go to 150 bid on 150. He's worth every penny. 150. Thank you. 150 is bid. And now 160. 160 bid now 170 go to 170. You're so close. 160 now to 170 go to 170. 160 bid now 170 we put it 170 go to 170. Yes or yes. 170 bid now 180 is bid now 190. I'm a 180 bid now 190 go to 190. 180 bid now 190. Are we all done? 190 is bid now 200. 200 bid now 210 go to 210, 220, 220 bid now 230, 220 bid now 230, bid 230. I'm a 220 bid now 230, 220 is bid now 230, 230. All done at $220. 230. All done at 220, 220 in the back and now 230. Put it at 230. Go to 230. Sold your way. 200.
So I hope you're enjoying this episode, and I hope you will subscribe and continue to enjoy. Just wanted to let you know that my voice acting masterclass is now digital. If you are somebody who's interested in being a voice actor, please go check it out. Go to Rolonda.com, Rolonda.com. That's my website, and you can check out all the details and even enroll in my voice acting masterclass. Hey, you'll never know how good you are until you try. Now, let's get back to the show.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Let me just point this out, that all of our firemen and their dates are going to be the guests of Patrick Swayze and Bobby Ox for dinner at their restaurant, Mulholland Drive Cafe, an exciting New York restaurant. And all of the money in this auction is going to go to burn centers and education and children to get through difficult times. So let's get right back on to auctioneer. Go for it, girlfriend.
There we go. Woo, 2 bachelors left now, ladies. 2 bachelors. Bachelor number 3.
It's you, baby.
Equal time. Can I turn you around? Go, Charlie! Here we go, ladies. Here we go. How many dollars on it? What do you want to pay? How about that $100 opening bid? Put them a 1, go to 1, put them $100. Well, let's start a little less. You like to go up to bargains, right? $50 in. $50 bid now, $75. $50 bid. How about 60 now? 50 to bid now, 60 to bid now, 70 put them at 70. 70 to bid now, 80. 80 bid now, 90 go to 90 put them at 90. 90 bid now, 100. I'm at 90 now, 1 to go to 1 put them 100. 100 is bid now, 110. 1 to bid now, 110 put them 110 to go to 110. 110 bid 120 and now 130. 110 to 130 bid now, 140 go to 140. 140 150 now 160. 160 bid now, 170 go to 170. I'm 160 bid 170 now, 175 and 180. 180 bid now, 185 go to 185 put them 185. 185 to bid now, 190. 190 is bid. And now 200. 190 to bid now, 2 put them at 2 go to $200 put them at 2. 200 is bid. And 210. 2 to bid now, 210 put them at 10 to go to 210. 210. 210. 210 is bid. 220. 230 now. 230 bid now, 240 go to 240. 240 bid now, 250. 250 bid now, 260 put them at 260. 260 bid now, 270 go to 270. 290 now 300, put it now 310, put it 310. 310 bid now 320, 320 bid now 330. 350, go 350, I'm at 340 bid now 350 bid now 360, put it 360 now 370, put it 370, 370, 370 bid now 380, 390, 400, 410, 410, 420, 430, 430, 430, 430 bid now 450, 440, 450, 450, 450 bid now 460, put it 460, $460, 470, put it 470, go to 470. 470 is bid now 4080, 4080 bid now 490, put it 490, go to 490, put it 490, I'm at 40, 490 now 500, go to 5, go to 5, bid now 510, 510. How about 510? Put it at 510. All done at $500 now. 510. Go 510. All done at 500. Sold your way.
Sold! That's a nice couple. They look good.
Wow.
Woo!
Charlie's the man.
Congratulations. Come on out.
You gotta go, girl!
Now, the last not the least, on The Bachelors. How many dollars on it? What do you want to pay? $100? $100 is bid. 120, 130, 140. 140 go to 140, now 150, and now 160, now 170. Put them 170, go to 170 to bid, now 180. 180 bid, now 190, go to 190. 180 bid, now 190, go to 190. 190 is bid, and now 2, put them at 2. 200 bid, and now 210, put them at 210. 210 bid, now 220. 210 bid, and now 220, go to 220. Yeah, but I'm at 220. 220 bid, now 230. I'm at 220, now 230. 220 bid, and now 230, go to 230. I'm at 220 bid, and now 230. 220 bid, and now 230. All done at 220. Sold your way, $220.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, we'll open back up again. I'm at 220 here. 230. 230 bid. 240 now. 240 bid, and now 250. Go to 250 now. 260 bid, 260 now. 270 go to 270 now. 280 put it 280 now. 290 go to 290 now. 300. 290 bid, 3 to bid, and now 310 put it 310. 3 to bid, and now 310 go to 310. 310 3 to bid, and now 310. 3 to bid, and now 310. You have to go 310 is bid, and now 320. 320 bid, and now 330 put it 330. I'm at 320 now. 330 go to 330. 320 bid, and now 330. 320 at 330 bid, and now 340. 330 bid, and now 340. You have to go on 340. Thank you. 340 bid, and now 350. 340 the bid, and now 50 go to 50 go to 350 go to 350 go to 350. I'm at 350 bid, and now 350. 360 bid, and 360. 350 bid, and now 360 bid, and now 370. 360 bid, and now 370. No way. She's saying 360. You all done? 360. You all done? Sold your way.
Welcome or appreciated sight than a firefighter coming your way. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, this is too much fun. Lady just said to me in the break, she said, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hunk today. Obsessed with firemen. That's our show today on Rolonda. I'd like you to meet 2 firemen now who went all out to turn up the heat. And where did they do it? Why, in the November issue of Playgirl magazine. Works as a firefighter and paramedic outside of Chicago. He says you should see the smoke rise when he tells women he appeared nude in Playgirl. Outside of Washington, D.C., Carlo Pasilio is fanning a few fires himself. He's a firefighter and a paramedic. He used to teach emergency medical training to young women, but after that...
I'm choking. Good job. I'm choking.
But you know, after that Playgirl issue came out, the girls only wanted to learn mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, so he had to... Please welcome Scott Dreyer and Carlo Pasilio. How did you guys end up in Playgirl? How do you get chosen for that?
Well, I guess Playgirl magazine was looking for the sexiest firefighter in the nation, and they put out a search for girls to send pictures in of their boyfriends or husbands. And the girl that I was going out with at the time sent my picture in just to see what they'd say. And I didn't think it would go all the way into the issue. But after they got the picture, they started judging the contest, and I was one of the top 9. And then they went from there.
And you made it. I would say. The lady up there, you want him to strip? Well, Carla, what happened after you came out and Playgirl? I guess life changed for you. It was tough kind of doing your job there.
Yeah. Every time you go on a call, there's someone recognizing you, and you walk in, and
wanting to jump out a building into your arms, right?
A lot of calls at the firehouse, mail, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Did people like chase you down the street and that kind of thing? Does it ever get in the way of the job being so gorgeous?
One time.
Well, tell us about that one time.
This lady was having a seizure, and all her friends, they must have had a little party or something. There were about 5 or 6 people. And I went in there, and, she's sitting there, kind of passed out. And they're like, oh, that's the guy.
Wait a minute. You're doing emergency service on them, and they want your autograph.
Yeah, I had to get the priorities straight.
Scott, do you have a funny story like that? Did things happen to you?
Well, I got a lot of crazy letters and a lot of crazy charms and stuff in the mail, good luck charms and letters from people. And Most of the letters that I've gotten, they'll usually start out with a lot of respect that the people have for firemen and stuff. But normally about halfway through the letter, they start talking about what they want to do to me and what they like to do with me.
From the audience.
Hey, Carlos Papi, I'm wondering how much weight can you lift up?
Well, we have a lot of, it's tough. I mean, you have to be ready. I mean.
Big question up here. Come on. Come on over. Come on in.
I know firemen can climb, but are you good at going down?
I found another woman in the audience. You have fire engine red in your purse too?
Yes.
What'd you want to say?
I just want a hug from number 3 from the left-hand side.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's her man. Is that okay with you? She's gonna share him. Go on, you can have a little hug.
Pick her up.
Or anything, do you?
Talking about all these hugs, I want more than a hug from Doug.
Doug? Well, why don't you ask him a question to get to know him better?
Doug, honey, where do they grow you, and can you take me back there with you?
Where are you from, Doug? Tell him.
From Houston.
And you were on the cover of the calendar, right?
Yes.
You want the calendar? Now listen, get your pen and paper ready because we're going to tell you where you can order those calendars to get all these guys. You, Scott, you were also involved in, when you took your shot for Playgirl, I understand that was one heck of a day. It was cold.
Yeah, it was cold.
What's so funny about that?
We won't go there, Ro.
The funny thing about the layout was it was done on location out in Long Island at a firehouse, and it was done in March, so it was pretty cold outside. And each person was assigned a different area of the firehouse to do their layout in, while mine wound up being outside. So I was naked outside. It's cold out, and then they decide just to add just the finishing touch to it. Let's hose them down with a fire hose.
No!
But I think it was fantastic, though. I just want to say Playgirl treated us like absolute kings, and we're not used to getting that kind of treatment on the job, but it was nice to be pampered a little bit.
Okay, from the audience.
I want to ask if Scott would be willing to teach me how to stop, drop, and roll.
I'd have to practice a lot with you, I must warn you. It takes a lot of practice to get it just right.
How many of you have actually saved a life? Anthony, I understand that you saved a baby.
3-month-old baby, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. What happened? Tell us the story.
I guess it stopped breathing, and we responded, and I just started performing CPR, and it came back to life.
Oh, let's hear it for the firemen. As we mentioned earlier, 5 of these firemen appear in 1995 calendars, and the proceeds from sales benefit burn centers, injured children, and education programs all across the nation. To order the Houston Firefighters calendar, call 713-223-FIRE. And to order the South Florida Firefighters calendar, call 1-800-435-3629. And we're going to be right back in a minute.
Hey, I hope you're enjoying this episode of Rolonda, and I hope that you'll subscribe and follow so many of my other activities on my Rolonda channel, including some stand-up comedy, some podcasts, some great auntie advice, and loads of laughs and lots of fun. So subscribe and stay tuned. Now, let's get back to the show.
They're all cute, aren't they? What's your question?
I'd like to ask Dawn on the end if if there was ever a fire you couldn't put out, because we all got smoke on our heels.
What are the toughest fires to put out, though, really?
Usually fires that involve chemicals, large businesses that have propane tanks and a lot of propellants and stuff that burns.
Have any of you really gone up in a tree and saved a kitten?
I have.
You really have? All of them said yes. What did you say, meow?
I'd like to know where the nearest firehouse is.
I know, that's right. Well, I think there's one right around the corner. Hey, girls, I'll meet you there. Come on, who had a question over here? You did. Did you have a question down here? Who did? You do? Okay, come on. And you come on over here, too.
Scott, hi. My name's Liliana, and I'm usually not this forward, but what are you doing after the show?
Whoa!
I have no plans, and I noticed everybody else got auctioned off or they found dates in the dating game, and Carlo and I are left to
How
fend for
about this?
ourselves.
We'll send you out to dinner with him.
Hi, this is for James, and this is a serious question. Have you ever been put in a situation where you were really scared for your life? I mean, that you just thought, this is it?
Whenever you go into a fire, your first instinct when you first go in is always, a chance that something out of the unexpected might happen.
Okay.
Where do I begin?
I just don't know. Question.
Yes.
James. I have a sleeping problem, and I stay up awfully late at night because I always feel like I'm on fire. So how would you put me out?
You ever heard of the knockout punch?
With some women that have posed nude in publications, their jobs have been threatened by their superiors. Was your job ever threatened by yours?
The chief of my fire department was extremely supportive, and so was my mayor of my town. They were all for it, and they were happy with it. They had no problems with it at all, and I haven't had any repercussions on the job regarding it. So.
What about you, Carlos? Any repercussions for posing nude?
Almost, because I was told not to show Arlington, but I showed the seal and the helmet. So, the papers were stirring up some controversy, and there's almost.
It's a dangerous job.
Dangerous.
Okay.
I don't have a question. I have a comment for the one right over there with the tie. If you give me the time of day, I'll rock your world, baby.
I'd like to know what the general consensus is on women firefighters.
Yeah. The only 3% of the firefighters are ladies, actually.
Right now there is, but there's, a lot of programs have been implemented to get a lot of the women involved in this firefighting service.
So how many of you going to the academy? Come on.
I just started going out with somebody that's going to become a fireman soon, and he's getting pretty serious with me, and he wants to know if I would be able to handle being married to a fireman. Do you have any advice for me?
Good question.
I have advice for him.
What's that?
Don't
and
do
what
it.
Is it? Don't do it.
Don't get married.
Don't get married. Oh,
He may have a bad situation.
What would you say there?
No, I'd say it's usually pretty easy on a relationship because you have time away from each other to do things you want to do when they're working.
You gotta have trust.
That's true.
You gotta have patience.
You can babysit.
A lot of patience.
He's not married.
I have two questions. One to echo what was pretty much already said. Have there been any repercussions if you did not go into to a blaze? And second,
then they wouldn't be doing their job.
But I mean, if there's ever been a situation that you may have feared for your life and did not want to go in, what are the repercussions? Are there any? Can you turn around and say, forget it, I'm not?
You don't have a choice. You have, an officer tells you to go in, and you rely on that officer to know his job and to make sure it's safe for you.
Usually when the call comes in, you're really pumped up and everything too. You're not thinking about the danger.
I was about to say, you guys are a special breed of human beings. You wake up every day to potentially save a life or lose yours in the process. So it always seems that that's part of you, that nobody has to tell you to do that, that's part of what drives you.
It's your job.
Yeah, come on, real quick.
I just wanted to know, often people are very happy and grateful for being saved in a fire. Has any person or family come back in a special way to say thank you?
All the time.
Yeah, tell us how.
All the time. You know, people, they just, they come to us and just come to the station and just say thank you, and that's no, I would never like that.
I can't believe she said that. Get up, come on.
I want to have your baby.
What did you say?
I said I could have a nice, healthy baby.
Thank you so much. I'd like to have your baby. Go on. We'll be right back in a minute. Who was calling me over here? Here's America. Say good morning, hello, and to tell them to be safe in fires and always have a what? What was that? She said have a smoke detector in your house. Don't forget that. Listen, Carlo, you're the only guy who didn't get a date. And during the commercial, he got to see all you pretty ladies, and he's chosen one of you he'd like to take to dinner. Carlo, which lady would it be? Me? The dog ran out. Are you serious?
How about
You know what I mean? Well, what are you gonna do if firemen ask me out? Let me just say this, just for fun, and thank you very much. Let me say this, all the ladies who bid, and honey, you paid a lot of money over there. All the ladies who bid, we will pick up the tab, and we will send that money to the Burn Center for education, for injured children, so that money's gonna go to a good cause. Have a wonderful date. We'll see you next time on Rolonda. Woo! Thank you, Carlo. I appreciate that.
And if you're interested in being a voice actor, why don't you sign up for my free webinars and find out all about it? Just go to Rolonda.com, ROLONDA.com, and push the button to sign up for my free webinar. So come on, let's get you prepared for maybe a brand new career in this brand new year. Check it out, Rolonda.com. Now, let's get back to the show.